What's going on, YouTube? R to the double E dash ZON coming at you once again. It's been a little while since my last video. First and foremost, before I begin this video, I just want to let everyone know, because I know a lot of my subscribers have been waiting for this, the Xenoblade Chronicles X review, definitely the next video I'm doing. It's not this one, it's the very next one. But yeah, man, so I just want to let you guys know that this is an update video, and really it's just a video where I'm just going to talk about something. I'll let you know what that is right now. Basically, the newest update to my Wii U collection, this is a prayer answered, man. It's like if Nintendo was listening to my videos all these years and being like, this guy really likes Twilight Princess. It's his favorite Zelda game. Let's just do an HD version for him. And that's what I got. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD, along with the Wolf Link amiibo. That's a bad motherfucker. Look at that right there. Right. So yeah, man, the game is amazing. I'm about 6 hours into it and loving it all over again, man. And it's so brand new because it's the mirrored version from the GameCube. I'm used to the Wii version, so there's that. And there's a bunch of little tweaks that they've made to it, man. And just the overall on graphics. Some people want to be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You'll go back and play the original one on Wii or GameCube and then play this one. I'm telling you, it's a huge difference, man. But anyways, that's the update. What I wanted to talk about was, I said a couple of videos ago, maybe like 4 or 5 videos ago, that you would never again hear me coming on this channel to offer some kind of defense for the Wii U, simply because I still feel to this day it doesn't need any defense. If you want to be real and you want to be honest as a gamer and look at the console and its selection of games, it is the best console this generation, hands down, period. You can do all the hoopla about the PS4 sales and all that. The Wii U is the best console because it has the best games, and so many of them. And so many of them can only be found there. But you've heard me say this over and over again. So yeah, man, I'm not going to defend it. This is not what this video is about. I'm not defending it. Being that this is most likely the last year, in my mind it is the last year of the Wii U, 4th year. Later on this year, I fully expect not only NX to have been revealed, but released in the fall. So this is the last year of the Wii U. And when I think about that, I go back instantly, both mentally, and then I actually literally went over to my shelf and looked in all the digital games I downloaded, and actually looked at what has been my 3 years so far and beginning of the 4th year on the Wii U. Because I remember when it first came out and I had it, I loved it, but so many haters were talking about, oh, you know, it's not even a real next-gen console. Is it really worth buying? You know, especially for $300? And the thing about that is, I remember hearing that, and I knew from day one that the console was worth it. The console was worth it for me, just because it's a Nintendo console. But then, tangible proof that it was worth it was Zombie U, my first launch game, that very first night. As soon as I played 5 minutes of the game and the interaction with the gamepad and all that, I was like, oh, this is next gen. I don't have any doubts. But was it worth the purchase? Hell yeah, man. I mean, we're talking about a console. So that's, before I get into it, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just basically revisit my last 3 years on the Wii U and what the experience has been like, and just talk about how great the console is. First and foremost, man, when you look at a console, it speaks a lot. I've said this before, but I'm going to elaborate a little bit further on it. It speaks a lot to how bad the gaming community has gotten, how shallow gamers have gotten, how far away they've taken this from what it used to be, that a Nintendo console with the best ever Mario Kart, with the best ever Smash Brothers, with the best ever Donkey Kong Country, with one of the best ever 3D Mario games, with a brand new IP that is freaking so nasty it beat down Halo, Destiny, and Call of Duty for multiplayer game of the year, Splatoon. When you talk about a console that has all that and then has a freaking beast of a game like Mario Maker, which you can never run out of ideas and things to do in that game, when it has the most massive game in recent memory, a JRPG called Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is fucking epic, that console, with all that, from Nintendo, is going to be the lowest selling Nintendo console in history. That speaks volumes to how bad this community has gotten. Gamers have gotten. But be that as it may, because of that, man, it's worth it, man. You understand. I have a PlayStation 4. Counting physical and digital, I'd say I've had it for, what is it? We're in 2016 now. I've had it for at least 2 years now. In those 2 years, I own about a total of, I want to say 12 games. And those games constitute of last gen remasters, sports third-party games, sports games, and third-party multiplats. That's it. And what I mean to say by that is not one of those games was an exclusive PlayStation 4 title that was like, yo, this is why you buy the system. Games like this. I don't have any of those. I don't see any worthwhile on the PlayStation 4. I'm not trying to hate on the console. I own it. I put down, what was that? It was 500? No, it was 400. I put down 400 for that system about 6 months after it launched. I went into it. I invested in it. I bought games for it. Out of those 12 games, there's maybe 2 or 3 that I have spent more than 30 hours in. And when you hear the games, you'll be like, oh, well, that naturally. Grand Theft Auto 5, Far Cry 4, and NBA 2K15. And maybe Mortal Kombat X, because I play Mortal Kombat like a motherfucker. 4 games. When I look at my Wii U, digital and physically bought retail games, easily close to 50 games. Of those 50 games, I would say easily I could pull out 15 to 20 games that I've spent over 30 hours in. I can tell you right off the top of my head, I've spent about 80 to 90 hours in Zombie U. I have spent 32 hours, I think, in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I've spent 270 something or 300, close to 300 hours in Mario Kart 8. About the same in Smash Brothers. In Splatoon, I'm close to about, I want to say 50 to 60 hours because my wife plays it also and she plays it on her own profile. If we were to combine that time, it would be like somewhere near 130, 140 hours in Splatoon. I could pick out so many games that I have spent over 30 hours in the Wii U, in that library. Man, Wonderful 101 is another one. Mario Maker is definitely another one. I mean, there's so many games. So when I look at that, of course it was worth it. That system started paying me back for the 300 I put down for it the first night I played it, launch night. And it has continued to pay me back in full every single time another amazing game launches. When I got Zombie U, it paid me back in full. When I got New Super Mario Bros. U, it paid me back in full. When I got Lego City Undercover, it paid me back in full. Go on from there. Mario 3D World, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Bayonetta 2, Splatoon, The Wonderful 101, Smash Brothers, Mario Kart 8, drawing a blank, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Man, it's just right now, Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. You realize that by the time this console is through, it will have 4 Zelda games on it. Wind Waker HD, Twilight Princess HD, Hyrule Warriors, and then the new Zelda Wii U. How is a console like that not worth it? Of course it was worth it, man. And when I look back over it, it's like, man, I had so many amazing times with this console, and I'm continuing to have amazing times with it now. And there are amazing times on the horizon with that Mario, Paper Mario game, Star Fox, Lost Reavers looks interesting, and of course Zelda U. That's just off the top of my head for 2016. You know? Oh, another game that I forgot to mention, Yoshi's Woolly World. Amazing. I have easily 40 hours in that game. I mean, it's just, the console is chock full of straight up, non-debatable, the best games of the 8th generation. It really is. When you look at, what does PlayStation have on it right now? Bloodborne is their big exclusive that everybody says is at least a decent game. Knack, I'm talking exclusives. I'm not talking, we'll do the whole library for multi-plots. So you got the Call of Duties, they got the Far Cry's and the Grand Theft Autos and things like that. That's their library. And Microsoft is the same, except Sunset Overdrive and Dead Rising 3 or whatever that was is there, and Halo 5, and now the upcoming Gears of War. I can't compare those two libraries combined. I can't compare to the library that the Wii U has because of its exclusivity, because of its high-rated games, because they are high-quality games, not because they bought reviews off. I mean, I've seen websites try to smash Wii U games that just on purpose, like Donkey Kong Country. I'll never forget that got like on the now deceased game trailers. That got like a 6. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze got a 6 on that. Every other website, it got high 8s and into the mid 9s, 9.4, 9.5. You know, you can't stop quality. So when I look at the system and then the tablet, the gamepad, what that offered for gaming was never even fully realized. Just like the Wiimote and its motion controls was never fully realized. Yet we still got so many amazing, innovative experiences from it. Again, the gameplay of Zombie U is a testament to what that controller was designed to do and what it was capable of doing. Okay? Games like now the upcoming Star Fox Zero, the way you control the cockpit and the aiming of your lasers from the gamepad screen while navigating the actual ship on the TV screen, and it's seamless and it makes sense and it works. I mean, dude, when I look at how the gamepad has so many uses, like it was a great map. Like in Pikmin 3, you like to play with the Wiimote nunchuck with the gamepad right there as a map, and you can look where you're going and play with the Wiimote nunchuck. The combination of controls the system allowed you to do. So many things about this console were more than worth it. They were top notch. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a lot of Nintendo products, man. Nintendo goes in there saying, what can we do to innovate and revolutionize this industry? Rebirth it a different way, expand the way games are looked at. Grow the phenomenon that is video gaming. Then they come out with some innovative piece of technology, and the lazy ass developers and greedy ass developers don't want to do the work it takes to port a game over to that system with parity, so that that system can have third-party support. As I've said many times, if the Wii U had third-party, if Nintendo had third-party support plus their games like they did on the Super Nintendo, that's why that system was so dominant over the Genesis. If they would allow that to happen today in this generation, Nintendo would own. There would be no other consoles. And, I don't want that either. I understand, but it's like, come on. If you're a developer, like what I'm studying to be, have passion to be able to be like, yo, my game is a great game. I have it on these 2 consoles. Well, we can get it exposed even more on this 3rd console, but it's going to take some work. Let's do work. This is what we love to do. This is what we get paid for. No, they don't think like that. Nintendo comes with an innovative new controller that takes extra steps and work and manpower to program a game or port a game over for, and they don't want to do it because it's too much work. It's sad. But anyways, yeah, man, the gamepad, bro, it will go down as one of my favorite controllers. It really will, because of the functionality and everything it did, and everything it could do that we would never even got tapped into, like the camera it has on it. That's only been used in a handful of indie games and usually like little cheap party games. Not really. That could have been great for Star Fox. We could have seen each other's faces on the nameplates of the ships passing by as we were playing multiplayer, if it were to have multiplayer. But just that's just an example. A lot of the controller, like I said when I first bought the system, almost 3+ years ago. I made a video reviewing it. I said, you have everything that's ever happened in the history of game controls right here in this one controller. Everything. Touch screen, motion controls, analog joysticks, force feedback. I mean, it was ridiculous. Stylus, microphone, camera. I mean, it was just, the controller had everything. And yet still, developers outside of Nintendo, and Nintendo didn't even fully do it, so I'm not giving them a pass on that. But what I'm saying is Nintendo actually used the features the gamepad had to offer, at least some of them, and showed you what great things it could do. Outside of Zombie U, it was like Ubisoft's one stroke of genius, because they're retarded now. Other than that, developers didn't even go near what the gamepad could do. They didn't even go near the gamepad. Which is sad. But the system itself, man, and Miiverse. Let's talk about Miiverse real quick. Miiverse is the single best innovation that's happened this generation, along with the gamepad. It's amazing to have a social site where you can go and get answers and questions and interact and connect with people, man. But anyways, that's my time. I'm running short. I just wanted to talk about how great my experience has been with the Wii U over these last 3 years, man. One of my favorite consoles, man. God bless. Stay gaming. Peace.